Welcome to the Maison Insurance Agency Portal Training. The purpose of this video is to walk you through the application process and through the agent portal. First, here we are on the quote screen. So once you're ready to move to the actual application, you're going to click Create App. This takes you into the application screen. The Applicant tab needs to be completed. If the property location and mailing address are the same, choose Use Property and it'll pre-fill. If the property and mailing are not the same on an owner-occupied property, please place a memo of explanation, for example, P.O. Box or business address. Complete the rest of the personal information here, work phone, cell, email, and information for a co-applicant if needed. Employer information is not a requirement, so you're going to hit Validate, the next tab. This brings you to the building info area. If you've completed the RCE in the quote section, just simply hit Attach RCE and it'll pre-fill this section. Answer the question here. Whenever you see a question mark, you can hover over it and it'll give you more information. Complete the renovation section and pool questions. Next, the heating sources. Again, double check on aluminum porch, screened enclosure, etc. Info here is brought over from the quote. Review this and make any corrections that are necessary. Hit Validate, then Next tab. Property Win tab is next. Some information will be pre-filled. If a new purchase, your previous address is required, then you're going to double check the wind mitigation. Validate and hit Next tab. This takes you to coverages. This will be pre-filled, but you want to double check your coverages, make sure all endorsements have been added and that the deductible is correct. If it's correct, you're going to hit Validate and Next tab. Then you'll see Scheduled Property, which should be pre-filled. Once again, you need to verify that and make any changes. Hit Validate and Next tab. Here we have the Mortgagee Add Insured tab. You're going to fill in the necessary mortgagee information or any additional insurers. And note here that the loan number must be provided. If it's not known, you can put TBA for to be announced or unknown, but it must have a response. You're going to hit Validate, click Next tab. Next is the General tab. Please read each question carefully and answer appropriately. And note that under flood info, if the zone is entered like A, AE, or V zone, a policy number and carrier will be required. And then you'll complete the rest of these questions reading carefully. The next tab is Loss History. This should be pre-filled. If you need to make any changes, you would do so under this tab. Then you're going to hit Validate, Next tab. Then we have Policy History and Billing. You're going to select the payer information and the pay plan. And under Action Items, this will list any document required to be uploaded. To upload it, you simply click on the item, click Handle, and it'll take you to the Maison Policy Docs page. The two documents required are the dog and exotic pet liability exclusion, which is part of the application. And then you're going to scroll down to Policy Application and click that. You're going to click Browse, select Save Signed Application, and click Upload. It will say attachments here, and both required forms have been uploaded at one time. At this time, you should be seeing your Bind button. If it is not available, click the full screen edit and it'll display under the bind column what information is needed or should be corrected. Close out and go back and make any corrections that's needed. Some applications require underwriting to review before binding. In that case, you would only see the Submit button as available. Okay, a couple of notes. Once the application has enough information, the system will run the credit, but note at this time, the A+ that checks for losses does not run until the application is bound. And the uploading of documents does not have to be completed at the time of application, but must be uploaded within 10 days of binding. And a binder is good for 30 days. Payment must be received within those 30 days or the binder will expire. After binding, you can print your application, binder, and invoice. This concludes this training course. Please refer to your territorial manager for any questions. Thank you and have a great day.